How's it going, everyone? Man, it has been a while since I made a video with the Sur Ron. Not a whole lot has changed with it. I did have the electronic pedal assist kit on there for a little bit, but it started giving me issues where it would seem like the throttle was stuck and it would just kind of take off at whatever the throttle position was at. So if it was at full throttle, it would just keep on going unless I keyed it off. But as you can see down below, I am running the power pedal kit again, and it's just working great. I know Kaniwaba has updated the um, the left rear set to a one-piece design so that the kickstand isn't flopping all over the place. I had to put a little piece of tape and a pad there because the kickstand would bump into that. But I mean, for the most part, still running my 26-inch downhill front wheel, which it's not really a downhill wheel, to be honest. It's pretty narrow. One of the spokes broke, but I'm just leaving it that way. It hasn't caused it to get crazy off true. I'm not doing any crazy jumps or anything like that, or hitting anything rocky on the downhill. I'll probably eventually rebuild it with better spokes, um, if I continue riding it. I don't know. What makes it hard to ride these things these days is just a lot of people out there riding around like hooligans on the trail or on the street, and kind of attracts negative attention. Still running my 42 amp hour 60 volt battery. That's working pretty good. I did get into a pretty bad wreck. I think it was last year where someone rear-ended me, and yeah, I had to change out the crank arms. And good thing there wasn't a whole lot of damage on the bike, but I did have a concussion. I had to go to the ER for that. And you can see some battle damage on the ends of the bars when I got hit. Maybe I'll put that video up at some point. PD never did anything, so the police department, yeah, they didn't do anything about it, even though I tracked down the individual that did it, and I kind of handed everything up on a silver platter. But yeah, nothing came of it. But yeah, I'm still here, I'm still alive, so I take that as a win. But yeah, I upgraded the headlight as a result of the accident. But other than that, still running the 64T rear sprocket. I think that is just one of the ways to go, right? Especially if you're just riding around on the trails. I would prioritize climbing power over top speed, because there's not a whole lot of places you're going to be riding this thing up to that max speed of plus 40 miles an hour, unless you're mostly on the street. But if you're riding around on dirt most of the time, and you want to kind of blend in with the crowd, I think having that giant rear sprocket is the way to go. Right? It consumes less power, and you can just ride a lot more. But yeah, let's ride around a little bit, see what's going on. Yeah, another big reason why I don't ride this bike around as much as I used to is primarily because I did pick up one of those Yamaha Moro e-bikes when Yamaha was having that promotion. And yeah, I like riding that a lot more than this, primarily because it blends in better, and it's a lot lighter. So it's easier to flick around, more fun to do jumps. This Sur Ron still feels more like a light dirt bike than anything. Yeah, a lot of options out there these days for e-bikes, in the legal realm as well. But I would say a lot of people still want that that motorcycle in disguise. I don't think the Sur Ron really blends in as well anymore, considering that there's a lot of other options. Hopefully the wind noise on this camera isn't that bad. So I'm using a clip-on camera that clips onto my glasses. $30 AliExpress special. Let's get back on the dirt. I mean, riding this bike definitely does bring a smile to my face, the way other bikes don't. Yeah, I'm very content with this factory power and the bigger sprocket. But I don't know, I've been kind of out of it for a while. I haven't really been following much of the Sur Ron or Talaria or other equivalent stuff so much since I haven't been riding as much, and there hasn't been anything new that has interested me regarding these bikes. Most of the stuff, it's just kind of setting the bike up in a way that suits me better, and I feel like I'm there, and I don't really need to do much. A nice little ramp here that you can jump off of, but kind of afraid of my front wheel collapsing. Should really rebuild the wheel. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Like, it doesn't look super out of true. My brake rotor isn't scraping, so it's not that bad, I guess. Definitely not riding it at the same confidence level I would if it were 100%. Just being lazy about the repairs. And it's easy to. Just one spoke to replace. At least I think it's just one spoke. Yeah, and probably shouldn't have worn flip-flops. I almost feel like it doesn't matter on this thing until I run over that stick and it jams my foot. And the great thing about riding midday is nobody around. I'm definitely reluctant to ride it around like in the evenings when the kids are out of school, because then you got to deal with all the other kids that are riding around. And I run into them sometimes and I'll chat with them. They have interesting stories of getting in trouble. Thank goodness I haven't had many people yell at me, but I haven't been out as much on this thing as either, so that's probably a big reason why. That's cool. Let's check out the extra credit stuff. See who's up here. Hopefully the audio is okay on this camera. I definitely worry about it. But hey, this is way easier to work than the GoPro. The GoPro was a hassle, putting it in the case and doing all the mounting stuff. But yeah, having this giant 64-tooth sprocket, like I never have to take it out of eco mode. There's like no hill that I can't climb in eco mode. Yeah, top speed in eco mode is like 18 miles per hour, but that's great, you know. It's kind of keeps it in that class 2 category. I know from a legal standpoint you can't convert something to a certain class. It has to come that way from the manufacturer, but at least, you know, there's that compliance and spec. So there's that. I know there's people that'll argue, yeah, it's still not supposed to be ridden around the way it is. I think this is really where the bike shines. Just on the trail, through some technical stuff, single track. It was fun commuting with it when I was able to, and fun using it as a utility vehicle when my kids were in soccer. So I think I took a wrong turn somewhere. How fast people are going to hit these jumps. Oh, the bridge is out. It's cool to see how the community has grown, but you know, there's pros and cons to everything. Awesome availability in parts, upgrades, but then you know you end up with congestion. A lot more people out there. And a lot more people being little hooligans. We got a cyclist to the left. No helmet. Even just kind of partial throttling it, just pounding up this hill like it's not there. This Lightspeed bike's battery is held up for the years. Doesn't have crazy amount of sag when I do full throttle it or put it under load, so I'm glad it's lasting. Definitely put it through its paces. All right. Ow. Something hit me in the face. How to be courteous. Doing my pedaling. tease me. But yeah, man, August 2018 is when I picked this bike up from, what was it, Luna Cycles down in El Segundo, and still have it. All other bikes I've gotten rid of up to this point. This one is still holding up. It's not gonna make it. The light changes so fast. Alright, there we go. I love having the power pedal kit on here. Yeah, it does work. It's just not so well with this gearing. Got a steep hill coming up here. But I'll just keep it in eco. Blast. Just wish I didn't have to be so self-conscious riding it around. Woohoo! Alright, let's see. Where should I go down? That looks sketchy. And see how this drop looks on the left. That looks not so great either. Oh well. Yeah, that's this bike. It's served me pretty good over the years. We'll see where this journey continues to take me. If it does, I don't know, there's always a time to move on as well, right? But yeah, let's see how it goes.